Hi, and welcome to our Cultural Immersion Project. My name is Allie Abney, and in our group is Taylor, Nick, Stuart, and Calvin, and we cannot wait to show you what we've worked on this semester.
So as a group, we decided that we would focus on the issues that many international students face here at Purdue University and around the world. Specifically, we wanted to understand and address the challenges of adapting to a new language, a new culture, and a new education system while being a full-time student. Studying at university is already difficult enough, but this becomes even more difficult when you're immersed into a completely new culture, surrounded by people you don't know, and trying to understand a new language. We have all made it a priority to develop a relationship with at least one student who has had some experience in studying in a different country. And this was done so we all have a deeper look at some of the struggles of studying abroad. We also met with the International Academic Program Specialist from the College of Agriculture to get a better idea of the support programs that are available to international students. Our goal was to promote a deeper sense of international understanding and to provide suggestions for improving international student support programs. The movie we selected along with this project was called Denati, which is the story of a Central American immigrant's difficult journey to the United States in search for a better life. We chose this movie because we thought it showed a much larger level of the difficulties associated with acclimating to new culture. We decided to incorporate this idea into our project with a focus on international students and their problems with acclimating.
On this project to be vitally important because 33% of College of Ag students study abroad. At Purdue, we have a large international population, and it's important to make sure that all students feel welcome, prepared, equipped, and also very included. So you may wonder how Purdue lines up. Well, our university's total international enrollment ranks third amongst U.S. public institutions, second in the Big Ten, and first in international students majoring in STEM disciplines. It is incredible that a third of the College of Ag studies abroad and that 23% of our student body is international. That is why we found our CIP project so much fun and valuable. Specifically in the College of Agriculture, you can see that 338 students are outgoing, and this year alone we have 27 incoming exchange students. So there is a lot of room for mentorship and growth within our study abroad program.
As you can see, there are 5,133 undergraduate students. There are also 4,170 graduate students, which is a total of 9,303 students. Within this graph, you can see the trends of international students here at Purdue University.
Through our research paper, we found the importance of this issue cannot be stressed enough. Research shows that a diverse student body leads to more integrated society. This can also be done by understanding the personal and educational needs of international students and providing the necessary resources for them to succeed. And we believe this would be a mentoring program.
Our group was able to achieve 71 responses from a survey that we conducted through Google Forms, with 78% of the results being from domestic students and 22% of the responses being from international students that are studying here at Purdue or have studied here at Purdue. Throughout the survey results, we found that 66.2% of students would take part in a mentorship program and 26.8% of students consider taking part in a mentorship program. Many of our results through the survey found that students did not feel prepared upon arrival and struggled acclimating to their new country and culture, which would be improved through a mentorship program.
Now we'd like to share a little bit of our experience with our Cultural Immersion Project, not only from a domestic standpoint, but also an international standpoint.
Before I left, I had a mentor here at Purdue, or advisor, and she was pretty helpful. So once I got there, and not having an advisor or mentor to help me get around and introduce me to students and help me figure out what clubs to join, how to do what, it was kind of difficult to adjust. I had a class here. I didn't have a mentor, but the professor that brought us to Romania, we had a semester-long class once a week.
For our project, we decided to partner with the Office of International Programs and Agriculture. Our team met with Kara Hartman, who currently serves as the International Academics Program Specialist. Through this position, she works with both domestic and international students that are studying abroad. Through our interactions with Kara, we found much information that was helpful for our project and our final findings. Many of the international students that are coming to the United States do not feel as prepared because they are not given as many resources as students who are leaving Purdue University. These resources can include the program website, orientation meetings, university and country material, as well as information from other students that have studied abroad in their respective country. Once international students know they are coming to Purdue University, there's information that is provided to them about Purdue. When talking with Kara, we discussed how international students acclimate to campus. She said that the first few weeks can be very rough for students, and there are many factors that contribute to this. It can include being in a new country with a new culture, time change, not knowing anyone in the new country, navigating campus, and much more. About after a month, students are usually acclimated to campus and making friends and can navigate. And this goes for students that are coming to Purdue University as well as students who are going into another university across seas. So Purdue University has many resources available to students studying abroad, and we prepare them well. There are also orientation programs or classes, no matter if it's a week-long program or a year-long program. We want our students to be well prepared, and we understand what they are getting themselves into. While abroad, Purdue students still have resources available to them here, including their academic advisor. But once they get there, the number of resources are limited and significantly less. Partner study abroad offices have similar buddy systems that are provided but may not be helpful and tend to fall off fairly quick. When talking with Kara, we asked if there are evaluations or surveys that provided information about study abroad. We found that there are surveys, but they're not really effective in terms of measuring the overall experience. There are also no current mentorship programs for either domestic students going out to study abroad or international students that are coming into Purdue University. After talking with Kara, she thought that this program could be very beneficial for students, and study abroad already does so many wonderful things in terms of growing an individual, but this could enhance their experience and hopefully get international students more involved and acclimated to campus faster.
This past semester, I studied abroad in Italy and greatly appreciated the Italians that took time out of their day to make me feel like I was at home. After my experience in taking this course, I've decided to mentor an international student. It was a great experience mentoring Jessica and a group of international students that are in the 331 Ready, Set, Sell class within the College of Agriculture. I'm a teaching assistant and made efforts to reach out to the international students and mentor them through this experience. It was great to better understand their struggles, their experience, and overall satisfaction not only with the class, but studying abroad. It was rewarding learning from Jessica, creating a friendship, but also better understanding life from an international perspective. Now, I'd like for you to take a peek into what Jessica's experience was like.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and I'm from Germany in Stuttgart, that's in the south. And I'm here for one semester at Purdue University, and I really feel very included because before I got here, I already had like a bunch of emails in my mail of all the different programs who work together to get people included into the university. So we have groups of people who are domestically here, including international students. Then there are groups which take care that you find people from your major, and then there are groups which put all the international students together. So there's really a bunch of people here.
I currently serve as an International Agriculture Ambassador through the International Programs and Agriculture Office. I've had the opportunity to interact with international exchange students that are here for the semester through a buddy program. Through this opportunity, I've taken it upon myself to mentor many of these students through their time here at Purdue. By acting as a mentor, I've taken on many responsibilities by contacting these students prior prior to their arrival at Purdue. Prior to their arrival, I will get into contact with the buddies, introducing myself and asking them if they have any questions about Purdue University and the United States in general. Once they arrive to campus, I try to help them in any way that I can. If that's helping them find their apartment, taking them grocery shopping, getting a phone plan, or finding their classes and the buildings that they're in. Throughout the semester or year here at Purdue, I try to continue to be a mentor and make it clear that these students can ask me any questions that they have, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability or find someone that can answer these questions. Many of the students that I have mentored have told me that I've been helpful and I've truly impacted their college experience in the United States. The reasons that I decided to go above and beyond is because when I studied abroad in Austria, I did not have a buddy or an office that really helped me in Austria. So by having someone that helps you, I understand that it makes it easier on you and your experience that much better.
So this semester I had the opportunity to meet with Adam Lee and mentor him, and he's a student, fellow student in my advanced sales class this semester. And Adam Lee is a student studying agricultural sales and marketing, and I mentored him regarding formal dinner etiquette. So for our class, 5 students had to host different executives for different companies throughout the semester, and we each had to accompany them at dinner at McGraw's Steakhouse. And Adam was feeling questionable about his formal etiquette skills, so I volunteered to help because I thought it really lined up well with this class project, and I kind of have some background and have gone through some seminars regarding formal etiquette, so I just tried to help him out as much as possible, and we just met once and went over, and I taught him a little bit of etiquette and answered any questions that he had.
So during this project, I worked with Justin Kim, who is a student studying wildlife biology here at Purdue. And I learned that one of the most difficult things for an international student to do is to make the transition from one culture to another. The language barrier wasn't really a problem for him, since he was taught English as a child, but he still struggled doing some of the basic things, like making friends and keeping up with classwork. He specifically mentioned that he wished there was more preparation before coming to school here. And he spoke fairly highly of Boiler Gold Rush International. He said it was a great experience for him and helped make that transition easier, but the process was still very challenging. And but since then, he's become more comfortable and has really enjoyed his time here at Purdue.
I had the pleasure of mentoring a fellow coworker. I work in retail dining at the Union, where plenty of international students find employment. I was able to mentor with how an American food establishment works, like interaction with customers, as well as being a friend, when not only being a student in a different country was a struggle, but having a job in a different country was a struggle as well. A little under 79% of the people who responded to our survey were domestic students. Of these domestic students who have studied abroad, about 83% had attended pre-departure sessions in order to prepare for their study abroad. When asked if they found these sessions helpful, 49.3% of the students did find these sessions helpful, 31% found these pre-departure sessions somewhat helpful, and 42% did not find these sessions helpful at all. The other 15.5% either did not have pre-departure sessions or answered other on our survey. Only a little under half of domestic students felt that their pre-departure sessions did adequately prepare them for their study abroad experience. The other half felt that there could be improvement to their study abroad preparation. One of the common responses as to what could prepare students more for their study abroad was more interaction with those who have studied abroad on that particular trip they were about to take. About a third of the responses also said that more orientation, such as more lessons with language or about the culture, and attending or seeing the university before classes start would have also been helpful. The final third of the results were miscellaneous responses like notes on the weather and help searching for housing. There is one response that particularly stuck out that said, "You really will never be prepared, which is part of the fun."
So quickly here, I'm going to discuss some of our survey findings regarding international students and exchange students here at Purdue University. And with our survey's findings, we found that 21% of our responses were from international students who have studied at Purdue or are currently studying at Purdue now. And 60% of those students did not have a premature departing meeting. And 77 of those students who had pre-departure meetings said they were helpful. 67% said that Purdue was welcoming when they first came here. And most responded that they would learn about a culture more before coming here. So they would learn, to kind of clarify that, they would learn more at their prior country than they were learning here. And some other resources that we talked about in our survey and kind of asked about was some things that they could help, or some ways that could help students when studying abroad. And students responded that talk with students in that country before or at the university before they get there. Resource books that they could use, and also guidebooks was also very popular. And then hearing other study abroad students talk who've done it in the past or been to the same place that they're going in the past. And in regards to people coming to Purdue, they really wanted to communicate with Purdue students before they came here.
Some of the assumptions that we had were that international students were not properly prepared, domestic students were properly prepared, and that no formal mentorship program took place here at Purdue University. We found through our research and immersion that domestic and international students were both somewhat prepared, but no student can ever be completely prepared until they really experience a culture for themselves. We also confirmed with the International Programs and Agriculture Office that there is no current mentorship program for international students and domestic students. We recommend that Purdue College of Agriculture creates a mentorship program for domestic and international students. We have shared these recommendations with Kara Hartman, and we are planning to work out the logistics and be involved in the creation of the mentorship program.